We've arrived at our destination.
What a beautiful day.
I have to admit that when the guard gets involved, they don't do it by halves. Look at all this.
There you are at last.
How goes the attack, Captain Superintendent?
The situation isn't ideal. That old fox, Kernaz, chose his battlefield well. He has complete control over these ruins, and has positioned his troops to take full advantage of the terrain. His men are making the most of their knowledge of the area, and are waging a battle of skirmishes, ambushes, and sneaky tricks. And Imperialist fighters arriving from the rest of Tynea keep attacking us from behind. Since everything depends on his strategy, and his troops' loyalty to his person, if the general falls, the rest will collapse with him. Unfortunately, we don't know exactly where he is hiding.
Therefore, we're not in a strong position.
Indeed. However, the allies you've assembled should allow us to fight the General on equal terms.
Good. So what's the plan?
I assume you have one, because we can't just rely on the superiority of our troops.
Quite right. We're going to carry out a coordinated attack on different parts of the ruins and the open terrain surrounding them. The aim is to divert the attention of the majority of the General's troops, while two small units make their way into the catacombs. These two groups will have to find the General hidden there and stop him by any means possible.
Why send two groups?
Our scouts have managed to narrow down our search area to two paths leading into the catacombs. Unfortunately, we don't know which one goes to the General's hideout, or even where they lead.
I see your point. I suppose you'd like us to be part of one of these groups.
Actually, we'd like you and your companions to split up and lead the two groups. I'll leave you the time to prepare and decide amongst yourselves who will accompany you on one path, and which of your companions will take the other one. When you've made up your minds and are ready, come back and see me. We'll launch the attack to cover you.
Sir Francis, I didn't expect to see you here.
The Queen would not permit me to stay behind when our troops are fighting at the front. It is my duty to proudly represent Morsinia and the Alliance at large, of course. Sofha Khalees sends her greetings. She's been overseeing the logistics for the troops, and she's managed them to perfection. She hopes to see you again, and to honor you with a visit to the observatory when this is all over.
The observatory? It's such a marvel, and not many people are invited. You should go.
I'd love to visit, but we'll have to survive to do it.
I wanted to tell you about something that troubles me greatly. Zerin, our mutual friend, hasn't been seen for weeks.
When was the last time you saw her?
It was shortly after your friend attempted to eliminate the General. As you will no doubt recall, we were targeted by assassins ourselves. I hope they didn't manage to get to her in the end.
If they did, Kurnaz will have to answer for her death as well as all the others. Do you think she could have joined her husband's cause?
No, I doubt it. Or if she did, he might have persuaded her through fear and force. She's a sensitive woman who's nothing like her ambitious brute of a husband. It would be very surprising indeed if she'd taken his side.
We must get back to our preparations. Thank you, Sir Francis, for all your help.
It has been a pleasure and an honor. I wish you all the best of luck in the fight to come.
Likewise. Sir Darjanton, you came in person.
Prince d'Orsay desired to be duly represented. I've always had a somewhat adventurous spirit, and I'm proud to be with you for this great battle. How are you feeling? Are you ready for the attack?
The Captain Superintendent's plan seems risky to me, but she is far more experienced in leading troops than we are. As for us, I hope we'll be able to find Kurnaz.
You seem to have a good head on your shoulders, and are prepared for all eventualities. That's what you need in battle. As promised, the congregation has sent a contingent of dedicated, well-trained soldiers. We will be leading the charge alongside the Captain Superintendent's troops.
I know this runs counter to your usual neutrality, so I'm very grateful for your presence.
Neutrality only applies until we ourselves are threatened. And that is indeed the case, as you quite rightly pointed out. But you must prepare for the attack. May fortune smile on you, my friend.
Thank you.
I'm glad to see you here.
And I'm happy to see that you've been able to bring the Empire's troops all the way here.
If you had told me a few months ago that our troops would be fighting alongside Tainir on their land, I would have laughed in your face. And yet, here we are, thanks to you. Your people have chosen an excellent diplomat to represent them. You can be proud.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Well, I'll go and see how the preparation may the
I've been informed that General Kurnaz still has many supporters among the general population and within the army. Even if we manage to defeat him, we must remain cautious and continue to monitor this imperialist trend.
Yes, if we want to avoid a resurgence in a few years' time.
Ah, forgive me. I shouldn't have left you out.
Father Cardinal, it is an unexpected honor to have you here in person. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you. Without your valuable information, we would never have found Kurnaz.
This man is just as dangerous for you as he is for us. So naturally, I had to inform you. And I didn't come alone. My most battle-ready operatives are already on the ground, scouting the area. Since you rescued Fausta from the predicament I got her into, I owed it to you.
Without the help of you and our other companions, I'd no doubt be dead by now. I couldn't have endured the torture much longer.
I'm sorry, Fausta. I should never have given you that order. But now we're all here. And this time we're going to put an end to this enemy for good. I hope that afterwards we can continue our work together. Unless you would rather return to Thélème.
Yes, I'd love to go back to Thélème. It's been too long since I've seen the towers of my homeland.
I miss them too. Well, I'll go and see what my scouts have learned.
May he watch it.
Please don't be so stubborn. Stay...
Father, I'll follow my friends into battle wherever they go. There's no point in trying to change my mind. And I'm not doing it to make you happy or proud, but because I have to.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
My word is my bond. Besides, I couldn't let my daughter take all the glory for the Nauts, could I? Have you been informed of the Captain Superintendent's plans?
Yes, we spoke to her. We're going to flesh out Kurnaz and put a stop to all this madness.
I would have liked her to send someone else. Speaking of which...
Yes?
Look after my daughter.
Father.
I can't promise you anything. We don't know what we're going to face in there.
At least you're honest. That's something.
That's enough, Father. We're all gonna do our part, just as you're gonna do yours.
I've only got one daughter, remember? It's only natural that I should be worried. Right. I'm off to see the troops and prepare them for the attack. May the winds be with you.
You too, Father.
Trust you've been able to speak to our allies. I recommend that you have a word or two with your companions before we go into battle.
You all know why we're here and what's at stake. Getting to know you. Exploring this continent with you and fighting alongside you has changed my life. I hope that after this battle we can all reunite and celebrate our victory together.
We started this adventure together, and I hope we'll finish it together.
I've already lived a long life. If I must die here as atonement for all that the Alliance has done to you, then I welcome it.
You've all become so serious all of a sudden. After everything we've been through, we're not going to let one little skirmish scare us, are we?
Well, it's always helpful to motivate each other before a fight. Are you ready? Remember that anyone who doesn't go with you will take the other route.
We're ready.
Good. Who will go with you?
Watch your step. There are traps.
I should have known it would be you they'd send after the General. The Savage and his minions. As if you could ever hope to defeat him. You're nothing but a fleeting nuisance that I'm going to sweep away.
How he loves to hear the sound of his own voice. At least we savages know when to talk and when to fight.
Intruders! Watch out! No quarter! Another fool, blinded by their own arrogance, who gave her life for the wrong cause. Should we go and find her leader?
Yes, let's go. I can't do it.
Is anybody there? Let's show them what we're made of!
There's no turning back now.
You? The continent is full of worthy soldiers and mercenaries, and yet they send a savage after me? Huh. They couldn't just defeat me, they had to insult me too. No matter. I'm going to prove they were wrong. I'm going to send their pesky little hunting dog back to them in pieces. I'll show them they've only managed to delay the inevitable. There are wheels in motion that are far beyond their imagining.
You've gone mad. The whole world is against you, Kurnas. You're trapped in the furthest reaches of the catacombs, and you're still raving about your plans.
There's a fine line between genius and madness. But rest assured, I'm going to show you the difference. Soldiers!
Loyal to the bitter end, are we?
Until yours, at least.
The enemy is here!
Let's show them what we're made of! His last cards. We've almost got him.
He's trying to sneak to the surface like a rat, but there's no way he's going to get away from us.
We're going to need all our strength to continue our pursuit. We could rest here, don't you think?
So, you got the better of Zahid. I'd have thought she'd be stronger. But that's the curse of people like me. We're always disappointed by our subordinates. They can never measure up to our own greatness.
Your greatness ends here, General.
Surrender, General! To be worthy of that title, you have to value the lives of your men. End the fighting!
What's a few lives compared to all those that could be saved by my plan? My grand vision? Don't you understand that I'm bringing peace to an entire continent? An end to the wars that have plagued us for centuries. I don't know why I'm wasting my breath on you. You couldn't possibly understand. Soldiers, show me you're worth more than this scum.
Get ready. Let's show them what we're made of!
These savages are worse than the pox!
Hadn't we better?
Silence, woman! Don't think you bested me. I'll never yield!
Guards!
Here come more soldiers! Come on! We can do this!
Let's show them what we're made of!
We're finally rid of all those soldiers. The general dragged Zerin onto this bridge. I saw him.
Let me go. There's still time to end this madness. Oh,
They're all cowards. Traitors. Incompetent fools. They're the reason we're in this mess. Incapable of following even the simplest orders, of doing what I tell them to. None of them ever understood the greatness, the beauty of the vision I shared with them. Imbeciles!
You again.
There's no place you can run, General. It's time to surrender.
He's right. It's over.
You think I'm going to surrender to this savage and his mob? I had sooner die by my own hand.
Really?
No, don't! May the earth carry you always, my friends.
There they are.
My dear friend, I understand your need to know more about the events that took place in this part of the mainland. But you should know that reporting on the current situation is not easy. The upheavals of recent months have been such that the balance of power in Kakan has been altered. We came close to disaster. General Kurnaz might well have succeeded in creating the empire he dreamed of, if he hadn't been defeated by that party I've already told you of, and if he hadn't committed the folly of antagonizing the coin guard who tracked his forces to the ruins where he had taken refuge. The imperialist movement, whose corruption had reached the highest spheres, seems to have died out with him. However, among the people many are those who mourn his death. He flattered their nationalistic pride. We'll have to remain highly vigilant with regard to them. If they turn him into a martyr for their cause, we risk a resurgence of their deadly ideology and the rising of a new general. Fortunately, the new Sopharch of Elima, a certain Helis, seems to be both incorruptible and a supporter of a more benevolent alliance. My spies are still looking for Zeren, who, as I've already told you in my letters, disappeared after the battle. None of my men managed to get their hands on her. We must hope that she doesn't plan on joining her husband's supporters. As for the scientists who were trying to create those creatures of war for the General, they were hunted down by the Guard. I know you wanted us to catch some of them alive, to put them to work for us. I admit their research could have been useful, despite their ideology, which is resolutely opposed to our own. But I doubt I'll be able to. The Superintendent is pursuing them with unexpected rigor. The situation in the Dutan Empire, our main ally in the region, has also been impacted by all these events. The fact that the Alliance temporarily allowed the Empire's troops to intervene on their territory helped to ease some tensions. And it seems that a reconciliation is emerging between these two nations, although we are still far from reaching peace agreements. This allowed the Emperor to concentrate on the civil war that was ravaging his country, and in particular on the elimination of the communist heretics. General Eisenach, having been convicted of treason, his men fell into line, thus stabilizing the Imperial Army. The merchant congregation, which I am watching very closely as you know, has also undergone some changes. The power of the Dorsays seems to be at its peak, the de Vesps having obviously been weakened by a few scandals. According to my information, they even recovered a relic from the Astrian era that Prince Alexander always dreamed of possessing, allowing them to calm his political ardor. It will become urgent for us to court this family if we want to keep some influence in the region. I know that you have a keen interest in the affairs of the Nords, so I will say a few words about them here. Admiral Cabral is in Tier 4D, so Admiral Barcelus, with whom we have already done business, is in charge of the guild. After the General's stunt forced him to distance himself from the Alliance, I believe he will be quite receptive to our proposals. As you may remember, one of his lieutenants was to furnish us with a map of a new island. But let's get back to the party I mentioned previously, and which so piqued your curiosity. As already mentioned in my letters, I've met the various members on several occasions in recent months. Our agent Fausta introduced them to me. She was our biggest source of information on the events I previously mentioned. As you may remember, I had given her orders to assassinate the General, if the opportunity presented itself. Her failure cost her. She was imprisoned, but, fortunately, was freed by her friends. I know that she was able to reconnect with her brother, but unfortunately, many still blame her for her youthful mistakes. However, I hope that she'll be able to return home without it weighing too heavily on her career. Among the members of the party were two Tier 4Dians. One of them is called Nilan. He seems to have become the leader of a kind of community of refugees. He is said to work jointly with the Sophark Elise to restore the lands of the Alliance's hinterland. The process they use is not yet known to us, but rest assured that I am doing everything to find out. I think I have already told you that Prince Alexander's niece, Sybil de Vesp, was also in the party. This intriguing young woman is a tour de force. She's had her cousin, the sinister Octave de Vesp, who murdered her parents, exiled. I encouraged her to apply for her former position as legate with us in Thélème. However, she has refused for the moment. It seems that she has not yet grown tired of leading an adventurous life. The party also counted the captain of the Constantia, Alvida, the daughter of Admiral Barcelos himself. I know that she has worked to lift the veil on tragic events that took place a long time ago, involving both her parents. This contributed to breaking the Admiral's relationship with General Kurnaz, which is rather to our advantage. She is a respectable captain who will surely become an admiral, given time, and with her, bribes won't work. Among this strange party was also a citizen of the Dutan Empire called Ludwig. It didn't take long for us to discover that he was a smuggler and wanted for various crimes and misdemeanors. General Eisenach renounced his principles to the point of allying himself with a communist, just to capture him. Having revealed the whole affair, the Emperor forgave him on the condition that he give up his activities, which he did, to our knowledge. He still travels, but now legally. You may remember that there was also a member of the Coin Guard among them, a certain Till who had been close to General Kurnas. He is said to have resumed his position as captain, but the rumors don't shed a good light upon him. He is said to have turned to alcohol. Finally, there was this woman of a certain age, Safia, a cartographer from the Bridge Alliance. She is said to be part of a group fighting against the corruption of knowledge and the protection of islanders in Alima. As strange as it may seem, she could be an occasional ally. Finally, of course, there remains the one who was the soul of the party, the other Tearfridian, who some called Vrutengare, thanks to whom the Tearfridians escaped a smallpox epidemic orchestrated by Kurnas that would have had catastrophic consequences, and who, of course, led the final assault on the general in the catacombs. He returned to Tearfridi to join his people, while still communicating with his former companions. But don't worry, I make sure to always keep an eye on him. Someone whose acts have had such an impact won't disappear into nothingness. There you have it. I think that I have summarized the fallout from the events that you asked about. Unfortunately, I can't answer your questions about the situation on Tearfridi yet. I'm still waiting for a report from my agents there. All I know to date is that several highly placed people from the congregation are involved.
What up, YouTube? This is your boy DefCut18. Back at it. Today we'll be talking about my final thoughts of GreedFall Dead World 2. You see, we've been playing it on the channel, actually, and you're probably seeing the ending. It's like, what? But yeah, whatever. I probably skipped some shit or whatever, but they put the ending on for you guys. So my thoughts review here. I liked it so far. I like GreedFall, believe it or not. I played the first one and bought the second one when it was on sale. You know, when it's on sale. Preface that. Because it's glitchy as hell. You see, I'm sure there's gonna be some on the video after I edit it and fix it a little bit before I post in it. I had some issues. Characters is immediately when in conversation just stood there and wasn't talking at all. Missions. I went on one mission like the tunnels. The tunnels when yeah, basically the tunnel. Yeah, sorry, not the I had to chase or what you call it, I guess a trafficker or whatever. I'm calling her a trafficker because she was trafficking humans. Whatever, trafficking people, whatever. So I had to chase her, right? Mind you, I killed everything in that tunnel before doing this mission just because I was naturally going around killing shit just for fun, leveling up. You can level up a lot in that game, by the way, if you choose to. I haven't got really unlocked all my perks, but I might just go back and unlock all the perks just for the achievements. Might, I don't know, or restart the game to see. But if I do, I'll keep you guys posted. So there was nothing in that tunnel. I mean, nothing to kill her, and she ended up dead. So, and I was following behind her. In some missions, you have to follow people behind, and if you don't, they can get killed by whatever the fucking thing they're doing. One mission, I had to follow a girl, and she got killed first because I was 2 seconds behind her, not quick enough. So yeah, and I thought I got all good paths for my companions, right? because I did all the missions and whatnot. I'm seeing the storylines completed. You gotta be careful on what the fuck you do with those companions quests. But for so far, everyone got a good ending, but one of my characters ended up drunk. You guys know who that is. You'll see who that is because I'm putting this at the end of the video, not the beginning. So yeah, that person. But even like the corruption in that game, wow, with the knots. I thought the knots were supposed to be like Air Ones, and I found out a lot of shit, and now I might have to go replay and see if I can like fix some shit and have someone retire and see what happens. I gotta see how that plays out. You guys know, you know. So yeah. So far it's a GreedFall game. You know what it is. But other than that, if you don't mind the bugginess, the glitchiness, and the funness. Oh, I didn't like I like the combat a little bit, but sometimes it was hard to remove because I kept on hitting the wrong buttons. But I wish they would have stuck with their original format. Like for the comments, they're trying something new. I get it. It was the top-down game. You were trying to copy fucking Baldur's Gate. We all know you were at that because Baldur's Gate did the top-down pretty good. Different than Baldur's Gate, their system fucking worked. Yours didn't. But for the most part, it was okay game. I liked it. And also, okay, so if you like GreedFall, check it out, pick it up or don't, whatever. Also, you can still play the game after you beat it. I currently is gonna go back and look some shit up, like because I did everything because I forgot some stuff. See if I can level up that way. That's how I'm gonna level up. But yeah, you can still play the game after you beat it, like nothing happened. So yeah, pretty much that's pretty much my thoughts. I was disappointed, but I still played it and liked it. So if you like GreedFall, I'm 2. Check it out, play it. Wait for it goes on sale. I got it for like I think $9. I think I forgot how much I got it for. But yeah, I'm hoping they come out with some DLCs or something because there's some shady people in that game. All right. Hope you guys like this review. If you do, make sure you like, subscribe, and whatnot. Bye.